everyone, I'm Courtney Courtwright. Thank you so much for joining me for 9 on the positive side today. A new local reading program is bringing together children and shelter animals. The Pitt County Animal Shelter recently launched its pilot Shelter Buddies reading program. Children are breaking out books, ready to read some possum stories to some furry faces. 9 on Your Side's digital reporter Emily Severage tells us how this program is benefiting the community and local shelters too.
Reading programs are great for reading skills, efficacy, proficiency, but add a furry friend to the mix and you've got a recipe for success, not only for these students, but for these shelter pets as well. The Pitt County Animal Shelter wanted to help reduce the anxiety in their sheltered dogs and bring them comfort, all while helping to socialize them. But it's great for the kids, too. Research shows children who read aloud to dogs for 10 to 15 minutes per week experience a 12% increase in reading proficiency. Child life specialist at Maynard Children's Hospital, Jamie Mendoza, says similar to therapy dogs at hospitals, these programs benefit children in their development.
Having an animal can really teach the foundations of compassion and empathy. Dogs aren't judgmental. Dogs are a safe companion. And so for these kids, it can really help develop their confidence in their reading skills and feeling like they're in a safe place.
Children sat outside the kennels reading their favorite books to the shelter dogs, hoping to help pups like Josette get adopted to her forever home. To hear more about the therapeutic and developmental benefits programs like this one can bring, you can head over to our website, WNCT.com, and our online originals page. In Pitt County, Emily Severage, 9 on Your Side.
Sing your own song and take it deep, a joyful leap. He was glad to know that if he ever lost hope.
Check this out. Some kids in Louisiana are getting a special treat in their classroom. Famous actor from Star Trek and mega TV series Roots, LeVar Burton, took time to read to kids out in New Orleans. He's as much as an author as he is an actor. He wrote the children's book you're seeing right there, The Rhino Who Swallowed a Storm. He says reading is an essential skill.
Reading opens the world up for us and helps us develop, I think, one of the most important qualities a human being can have, and that's empathy.
He also has another children's book on the market. It's called A Kid's Book About Imagination. Ilsa McNabb is like any other 2-year-old girl. She loves to run around, play with her toys, and her cat. She also, until one day where her parents actually noticed something was a little different. She was learning the alphabet at a fast rate and was reading at a kindergarten level at only 2 years old. The McNabb family took her to a doctor who suggested she take an IQ test. She scored in the 99th percentile. At the age of 2, she's now the youngest member inducted into Mensa.
We're hoping that she can have some friends. We'll go to conventions. They have scholarships, so that'd be great.
For now, the McNabbs want their little girl to be a little girl and say they're still working on potty training her first. Kinston native and TV chef Vivian Howard launched a new smart refrigerator called Viv's Fridge, offering prepared meals for families to enjoy at home. The fridges will be available at 2 locations here in the East, in Kinston and in Emerald Isle. The idea? Simple. You'll be able to buy a variety of meals that are either ready to eat or heat and eat.
Anywhere there's a Viv's Fridge, it's open 24 hours, 7 days a week. All you have to do is swipe your card, open it up, and then you have access to things like our 10-layer chocolate cake from Chef and the Farmer, famous, our tomato pie from Chef and the Farmer, more famous, and my personal favorite right now is a red curry watermelon braised short rib of beef that's served with coconut rice grips that are wrapped in banana leaves and gingered cabbage. And all of that comes in one package, and you just heat it up.
Sounds delicious. The Viv's Fridge in Kinston is set to be in operation at the Chef and the Farmer restaurant on West Gordon Street in that city. Different North Carolina towns are known for many things, and they have their staples. In the town of Cornelius, it's known to travelers for Lake Norman. But residents say this town has really come a long way. One North Carolina man is doing his part to bring the community together from one wave at a time. Maureen.
Now and then.
There are plenty of ways to get from one place to another. For many, it's heads down,
Evil Knievel.
Wheels rolling, and eyes on the destination.
And it was something to do.
So focused and so fast
Since about 91 or 92.
that they miss what is worth slowing down for.
You wouldn't believe it. Honestly, you would not believe it. I mean, the people are nice enough to stop.
Every day for the last 30 years, Michael Knox has sat on his front porch in Cornelius and lifted one welcoming hand to those who drive by.
Everybody knows to wave to him, so he's like making eye contact with whoever's going by, yeah.
Cornelius is a small town that's not so small anymore.
That is the point. The stories is what really makes Cornelius so unique.
Case Warnamundi owns the coffee shop and bar. Mary Zima runs the hot dog stand.
I'll sit with them while they're having lunch and talk to them, so I get to know a lot of people.
All around the area.
This is my dream shop, yes, dream come true.
Are people not from here.
People are great. People are great.
Who decided this town and this life are worth stopping for.
My passion is for building community.
Things are busier than they used to be on Michael's front porch.
The world's going, going, going.
And as people keep going, so will he.
I used to wave this arm, but it's been operated on 4 times.
It's a wave for now.
I hope to. If something happen here, I go.
And if it has to be, a nod later on.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. They tell me it helps them, and I said, well, it's the same up here.
So even if it's just a second or two, isn't that time well spent making someone smile or saying thanks to the waving man?
Morning, good morning to you.
Take that minute to celebrate the flag, our country, and the men and women that are serving for our country right now.
A show of patriotism on the golf course. Next on 9 on the positive side, how golfers are stopping to show devotion and love for our country. During the summer months, more and more people are out at the golf courses enjoying the sun and the sport they love. These golfers in Indiana play almost every morning on the south side of town, but that's nothing out of the ordinary, but it's the extraordinary show of patriotism on the course that makes this story so special. Emily Dwyer has this heartwarming story for us.
At the Brookwood Golf Club Monday evenings, Adam Clark
nice shot, Clark.
and Jim Johnston get in a round of golf, swinging, chipping, and putting their way from hole to hole. But when a familiar tune from the nearby 122nd Air Base drifts to the golf course, the clubs are set aside and the course goes still.
When you start hearing the anthem playing, you kind of feel a little pride. Feel like you want to, pay attention to it, and you look around, everybody else is stopping golf and taking their hats off, putting their hands over their hearts, so it's kind of a cool deal.
Adam Clark has played Brookwood for years and still remembers the first time he witnessed the patriotic sight.
I was just out here with some friends golfing, and I turn around and I hear the music playing. I'm like, turn around and everybody stopped. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? So I thought this was kind of cool. I take pride in what we take for granted. Look what everything's going on in the world and things today is that we're out here playing golf with some friends and co-workers, and to take that minute to celebrate the flag, our country, and the men and women that are serving for our country right now.
I'm sure there's some veterans out here. I know there are some in our league, but me, for myself, I got 2 sons that are currently in the Army right now, and I kind of take that time to kind of reflect on what they're doing, and proud of them for serving our country.
With American pride on full display, a national tradition is carried out on this Fort Wayne golf course.
Coming up, from outer space to Earth, we'll show you a pizza that's kind of out of this world, and a little later.
So excited. As always, oh, the bunnies are here, the bunnies are here.
hope everyone loves the story as much as I do. A North Carolina woman is setting out to spread a little joy in her community. More on the organization that's helping others in need with some positive feelings. Your next pizza could come from a robot, and we don't just mean the delivery, we mean the chef. Lori Perez shows us how a team of former SpaceX rocket scientists are turning their talents to America's favorite pie.
Getting a spaceship into outer space, getting a fresh hot pizza delivered in LA.
So in here is our topping line.
To former SpaceX engineer Benson Tsai, both are equally challenging and equally important, enough to turn this literal rocket scientist into a restaurateur.
Ultimately, for me, it's about solving problems wherever they are, solving problems here on Earth. Affordable access to high quality fresh foods is not something that is readily available for everyone, right?
So over the last 3 years, he, 2 co-founders, and 23 other former SpaceX scientists have been focused on this planet's problems, creating the Stellar Pizza System, a fully automated, fully enclosed mobile pizza maker. From assembly,
Freshly cut our pepperonis onto every pizza,
to cooking, with cameras on every step ready to make adjustments, it can crank out a pie in less than 5 minutes, and it'll do it all inside a truck like this on the way to your house. An algorithm will consider traffic and other obstacles to help decide when to start cooking your order. And yes, some of what Tsai used designing the battery system that sent this very rocket to space is in this portable pizza shop.
Our electronics are designed with the reliability that is required to get humans to space. There's a team of rocket scientists designing kitchen equipment from scratch.
No human labor and no real estate mean less cost. Most pizzas will be around $10, the brainchild of a brain trust. It has to be the only pizza place in the galaxy where in an interview, instead of asking you to make a pizza, they ask you to design a circuit.
What we're trying to do is actually very hard. I needed to recruit the best and the brightest to develop a mobile pizza machine that is basically a spaceship on wheels.
Okay, but what do a bunch of rocket scientists know about pizza? Tsai says they used the scientific method in recipe development, trying and failing and trying, and then hiring an actual chef and other food experts to make a pizza they think is out of this world.
I can't even count the number of pizzas I've eaten.
One last thing, every employee here at Stellar Pizza gets $25 a month for pizza research. That means going to another pizza place to see what you like or don't like. That plus a gym membership. In Hawthorne, I'm Lori Perez, KCAL 9 News.
And the future is now at this Cedar Rapids business in Iowa. Robots are working the floor here at the Barrel, running food and bussing tables. Managers say they're struggling to hire a full staff, and this helps fill the gap while also helping guests have a better time. The novelty is helping business too.
Once they realized that we had a robot in here running some food around, they told all their friends, and they brought more of them back and filled us up just to take videos of the robot all weekend. All my guests are loving it.
The robots only cost $30 a day to run during a 12-hour day. That comes out to a little under $2.50 an hour. All right, Cheez-It lovers, you might want to take a look at this. Taco Bell and Kellogg's are teaming up to test a new menu item. Yeah, you're looking at it. The creation, called the Cheez-It Tostada, combines a Cheez-It cracker, of course, that's 16 times the regular size, topped with ground beef, sour cream, tomatoes, lettuce, and you can't forget the cheddar cheese. Sad news for us, the new taco is only going to be available at Southern California Taco Bell stores over the next week or so. The cost is $2.49. Online customers of that California Taco Bell can also try a similar creation, the Cheez-It Crunch Wrap Supreme, for $4.29. Spreading love and hope. Next on 9 on the positive side, what one North Carolina ministry is doing to help people find comfort. A North Carolina ministry is lifting spirits in the town of Belmont with the help of a lovable herd. You might say a Belmont woman took a hop of faith when she helped launch the ministry. John Lee is showing us this therapeutic impact of fluffy ears and a twitching nose.
Everywhere they go, the sense of anticipation quickly multiplies.
You guys ready to visit? Hey, Poppy.
Inside, volunteers set up pens and roll out the welcome mat. At Terabella Little Avenue, the nonprofit Bunny Blessings is as advertised.
So excited. It's always, oh, the bunnies are here, the bunnies are here. Hello, thank you.
It's like a touring hip-hop act.
Come on in.
We're ready to start.
And once it begins, you don't want it to end. Margie meets Poppy.
Now, I might drop her.
You will not. I'll help you. It's a her. There you go.
Hello. Oh, she's beautiful.
Poppy's superpower is being just plain adorable.
So pretty. You're a pretty little girl. She's fine with everybody.
Yeah,
they all are.
We take them around to different places, so we keep them
socialized. The therapy bunnies.
That's the heart of the ministry founded by Brittany Bryson.
We feel like there's a lot of darkness in the world, so we do our little part, taking bunnies around and spreading joy.
Can I put him right here with you?
Sure.
Meanwhile, Ruth became fast friends with Scruffy.
Well, I think he's cool, calm, and collected. And where do you keep them?
We keep them in the bunny barn.
The Bunny Barn is their palatial estate in Belmont. When the rabbits aren't out visiting assisted living facilities, schools, and shelters, local groups come to them at the barn. Brittany says she was inspired by a church sermon 3 years ago.
And I started talking to my husband and my kids about what more we could do to love others in our community. At the time, we had a pet rabbit that everyone who came to visit absolutely loved, and we started thinking pet therapy with rabbits.
Now, Harry here is one of 14 rabbits in the ministry, and for those who can't physically come and see them, well, Bunny Blessings delivers.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You want to go see some people in their rooms?
Into the baby stroller he goes.
All right, let's go. All right. I brought you a bunny. His name is Scruffy. Would you like to say hi?
Okoye is almost 105.
He is nice and warm. We've had folks that haven't spoken in weeks that will start talking when we give them a rabbit to start petting. We had a lady who told her daughters, I love you, for the first time in months.
During the visit, Dot and Leo quickly came to a sweet understanding.
Well, I think that it's nice. I'm enjoying this little fella. He knows that I'm going to take care of
Yes,
him.
ma'am, he does.
Look at that.
Rabbits are associated with longevity and good luck. Sometimes they're the fluffy distraction we never knew we needed.
Well, you're petting it, and you love it, and you forget a lot of problems.
And that's what happens when a bunny blessing falls in your lap.
You don't know how pretty you look with your little flower in your head. Oh, she's beautiful.
In Charlotte, John Lee, Queen City News.
I just love it. It's so adorable. That's all the time we have for today. Here's one more video to show you that you might smile at too. Have a great weekend, everyone.